I just want to relate to you some experiences that I've had as an entrepreneur. And so two of my, experiences that were big learning experiences for me is I went bankrupt twice. And it was during downturns in the economy. They're about 5 years apart when, and it was a receivables problem. I had done the work, I had billed for my work, and instead of getting paid in 30 days, it got stretched out to 60 days and 90 days. And, I didn't have the cash reserves. And the second time it happened, I said, this is the last time in my life this will ever happen. And I was thinking, of the movie industry, that when you go to a movie, when do you pay? Do you pay on the way out? And I said, no, you pay on the way in. And I said, well, I'm going to have a business where you pay on the way in, and then it's handled. Since 1984, so it's been more than 30 years, we've never had a receivable, okay? And a couple of things about the no receivables, it settles things between us and the entrepreneur right up front. We're both 100% committed, okay? And it's just for a year. We never ask for a commitment for more than a year, because at the end of every year, you make a decision of whether you want to do it again. And we have to have delivered something really well for the entrepreneur that they'd be excited for coming back a second year. And last week I did a workshop with really veteran members of the Strategic Coach Program. And I had one person who was in the room, and he had been in coach with me as the coach since July of 1987, Paul Bourbonniere. So he was in his 34th year of the Strategic Coach structure. And I had another entrepreneur in the same workshop who had started in the fall of 1989. But every year I'll take Paul Bourbonniere and Rob Crowder as the second person. I've seen him every quarter for 33 years for one and 31 years for the next. But every year, at the end of the year, they make a decision of whether they want to do another year. And so I'll tell you something else about this no receivables, that a lot of our clients, after they have been with us for a year or 2 years, and they said, can you talk to me how I could make my business into a non-receivables business? Because he said, I feel so solid about the relationship that I've had in Strategic Coach. He says, I'm much more committed when I come at the beginning of a year, because I've paid for the whole year. He said, I feel totally committed, and I'm not sitting there, trying to say, well, is it worthwhile? I can tell you're committed, but I'm as committed as you are, so we're both committed. And I feel this no receivables, this money up front thing, actually increases the commitment. And a lot of entrepreneurs, I said, I have to tell you, having a business that has no receivables is incredibly easier than one where you're always worried, are people going to pay? So it's not just that it's good for us, it's not solid for us, but it's much better for you. And it's for 1 year. And if you at the end of the year, you don't think you'd like to do it for another year, well, we always keep that open. We never take multiple payments for multiple years in Strategic Coach, because I think we should be I think we should really be on the line through every year that we have to produce enough value that you would be interested in coming back for the next year.